Peter Gould answered a few questions from Entertainment Weekly a little bit over a week ago, and in this interview he said a lot of things we're talking about, but in this video I want to talk about a certain symbol that he decided to bring up. When asked about the fate of Kim in Season 6, Peter Gould told the audience to keep their eyes on the bottle stopper. He is of course referring to Zafiro Anejo, which I hope I'm saying that correctly. I've taken Spanish for many years and I still suck at it. But Zafiro Anejo has become an iconic object in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. And for those who don't know, it actually means sapphire aged. It is a fictional drink that the writers had to create because no company wanted their tequila to be used in a scene that ended with people dropping dead, which by the way is a massive mistake. They would have seen their sales skyrocket if they put their drink in that scene. Now, in order to decipher what Peter Gould could be hinting at, it's worth looking back to all the appearances Zafiro Anejo has had and what role it played in those appearances. The very first time we see it, it is a gift that Gus gives to Don Eladio for coming to agreement that ends their war, but of course it ends up poisoning Eladio and the entire cartel upper hierarchy. And on one hand, Gus uses the tequila to kill the cartel for business reasons. He no longer has to cough up profits to Eladio, but on a deeper level, he uses it to take revenge for the death of Max. So for Breaking Bad, it is a symbol of revenge and betrayal in a sense. Gus makes a pact just so he can break it, but it's justified, I would say. Now in Better Call Saul, the drink's meaning is a little bit trickier to pin down because its meaning is tied to Kim, and for Jimmy it's just sort of an expensive tequila to buy for special occasions. It makes its first appearance in Better Call Saul alongside Ken, the broker from Breaking Bad, and I think its first scene is the most important one because it involves the moral split in Kim's character that we're facing down now. In the episode, it reappears in its episode 201, and if you can think back to that episode without looking it up, which I can't do, you'll remember that Jimmy is laying back in a pool after he's decided to quit practicing law, and when Kim presses him on the issue, he tells her that it's time for him to just be himself. Kim and Jimmy go into the hotel bar, and Jimmy orders Zafiro, which distresses Kim because it's so expensive, but Jimmy eventually drags Kim into a con to get Ken to pay for an entire bottle, and although Kim is hesitant at first, she ends up falling in love with the feeling of ripping off someone she considers to be an asshole. And this is also the scene where she conceives the Giselle alter ego. Kim holds on to the stopper as a way to remember their fun night, but she does not accept the lifestyle that Jimmy desires for the two of them. He prods her to take part in more cons, but she shies away from them and returns to her very structured, very stress-inducing law career. And after the scene, we could say that the bottle stopper is a symbol of what could be for Kim if she decided to accept the morals of Slip and Jimmy. The next time we see Zafiro Anejo, Jimmy buys it to celebrate the likely settling of the Sam Piper case, but Kim is too preoccupied with her work to even enjoy it. I'm sure she wants to sit back and enjoy a drink, but she has an important meeting to get to, and again, the tequila is acting as sort of a tempting inverse to Kim's anxious, never-ending career pursuits. But what happens when Kim chooses the meeting instead of the tequila? She falls asleep at the wheel and almost dies in a car crash. After this event, I think it's safe to say that the bottle stopper's appeal increased dramatically. And even more interestingly, Kim and Jimmy eventually burn through the bottle in reaction to Chuck's death, so I think that says something that it's not only used for good times, it actually is used to numb the bad times as well. And then in Season 5, Kim removes the bottle stopper from her office after quitting a job she worked her entire life to capture. So what can all these appearances tell us about Kim's fate in Season 6? Well, in Season 2, the appearance of Zafiro Anejo create a sort of seesaw for Kim. As I said before, it represents a potential lifestyle, and in Season 2 she decided to throw her weight on what she's been chasing her entire life, a successful career in law. As Seasons 2 and 3 pass by, we see how this decision fails to keep Kim content. In fact, it almost gets her killed. And not only that, but Kim also watches Jimmy decide to take the same route that she does, because she wants him to, and it never satisfies him either. So when Kim chooses the stopper instead of her job, the seesaw is tipping towards the lifestyle that Kim has so far rejected, and this is evident by how the season concludes. She felt very, very good after ripping off Ken, a man she found detestable, and now she has the opportunity to do something similar to Howard, and I think her fate may be closer tied to Howard than it is to Lalo. But here is the ultimate consideration. When Kim drops the bill on Ken, she was able to walk away with a smile. He's a rich broker, he'll be demoralized for a little while, but he'll eventually get over it and buy some BMWs. And she was right. I do not think she'll have a similar smile on her face when this next con concludes. The lifestyle she is choosing is very similar to its symbol. It can be fun for a short period of time, but once you start taking 10 shots every night, you'll find your life crumbling very quickly. And that's the question that all of us have to think about. Will Kim get hooked on this drug of conning people, or will she toss the stopper in the trash once it starts to yield destructive results? I tend to believe the latter. And how will Jimmy react to her decision? As I've said many times, I hope we see Kim return to her former self, because she really is the only moral rock of the entire story, but Peter Gould's comments are making me a little bit nervous. If you have different thoughts on what Peter Gould's comments could mean or what you think the stopper symbolizes, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm sure there is a detail or two I may have missed. And before I go, theaters are opening where I live. If they're opening where you live, go see a movie. The industry needs some support. I do not want to live in a world where Tenet is being released on Netflix. Anyways, have a fantastic weekend. I will talk to you soon.